While NASA prepares for man's first ever mission to Mars, it's curious we have not set foot on the Moon since Apollo 17 in 1972, let alone established a base there yet. Astronauts and many researchers have claimed this is because there are in fact bases on the lunar surface already, and indeed they are not human bases. Former Chief of NASA Communications Systems, Maurice Chatelain confirmed in 1979 that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin had seen two UFOs on the rim of a crater during the Apollo 11 moon mission in the summer of 1969. The encounter was common knowledge in NASA, Chatelain said, but nobody has talked about it until now. According to Armstrong, they had been warned off from the moon by extraterrestrials. Former NASA employee Otto Binder said that an unnamed radio receiving facility bypassed NASA's broadcasting outlets and captured the following exchange. NASA, what's there? Mission Control calling Apollo 11. Apollo, these babies are huge, sir. Enormous. Oh my God. You wouldn't believe it. I'm telling you there are other spacecraft out there, lined up on the far side of the crater edge. They're on the moon watching us. During Apollo 17, NASA's final moon mission in 1972, only CBS was covering the live footage as the lunar rover traversed the lunar surface. NASA operators on Earth began to pan the TV camera, mounted on the rover, in order to get a panorama of the terrain. There was a 4-second delay between the TV camera's movements and the controls operated from Earth, due to the distance between the Moon and Earth. As the camera panned the landscape, suddenly, it captured what looked like a massive rectangular building in the distance. CBS host Walter Cronkite was stunned, exclaiming, "That looks like a man-made object." Almost immediately, the live feed was cut along with Cronkite and was replaced with older footage labeled, "Recorded earlier today." 20 minutes later, Walter returned on air and, bemusedly, he told viewers that the so-called man-made object in fact had been just part of the lunar rover. However, the footage was never aired again, nor was the incident ever mentioned again on TV, nor in any document known to the public, ever. It would seem one of NASA's responsibilities is to control what information the public gets to see and what it doesn't. Former NASA employee Donna Hare explained that she and her colleagues were responsible for airbrushing out evidence of alien activity in our skies and on the lunar surface. Donna asked her colleague one day, "What are you going to do with this information? We have to airbrush these out. The people that told me there was a cover-up, they'd tell me, 'Don't ever say I said it,' or I'll say, 'I didn't.' Yet, it would seem that images of so-called alien activity on the moon have leaked out anyway." On October 1, 2010, China launched its Chang'e 2 moon orbiter. Widely disputed claims were made that the orbiter's cameras captured what appears to be an installation on the lunar surface. Eventually, it was determined that the photos were not taken by Chang'e 2 but were from NASA's own archives, though this could not be confirmed, as there was no frame number on the photo. Could the Chinese government have intentionally, possibly subversively, leaked out a NASA photo before they'd had a chance to doctor it? Indeed, much of this evidence is corroborated by claims from numerous high-level officials such as one XU.S. Air Force employee named Carl Wolf, who, at one time, had cryptologic top-secret security clearance. He confided that he was told by an NSA employee, "We've discovered a base on the backside of the moon." Wolf then added, "And then he pulled out one of these maps and showed this base, which had geometric shapes. There were towers, there were spherical buildings, they're massive. Some of the structures are half a mile in size. They're huge structures." More images of what appear to be gigantic structures were obtained during the Apollo 16 mission. A towering cylindrical structure, similar to a nuclear cooling tower, was discovered beside what could be a turret of some kind. A 3D digital reconstruction of the photo illustrates what this image might look like from near the lunar surface. What makes all this evidence so compelling is how many well-known astronauts make corroborating statements. The sixth man to walk on the moon, Apollo 14 astronaut Edgar Mitchell shared that, "After traveling in space, I am fully confident that the aliens are watching us. I do not know how many, where and how they do it, but watching us, we see these ships are all times. Apollo 11 lunar module pilot Buzz Aldrin supported this proposition with his own experience. I saw this illumination that was moving with respect to the stars. We were smart enough to not say, Houston, there's a light out there that's following us. So, technically, it becomes an unidentified flying object. Is it possible that NASA has been covering up knowledge of alien bases on the Moon for the last 50 years? Could that be the real reason why we have not set foot on or colonized the lunar surface since our last Moon mission? Please let us know in the comments.